Hey everyone, just wanted to check in with everyone, make sure everyone's doing well. Um, a couple updates. I know it's been a while since I put out a video. I'm actually watching the Steelers Cardinals game now. Figure it might be a good time. I'm getting over COVID. Actually, wasn't that bad. But so if I sound a little nasally, that's why. So a couple quick things. The first thing on my mind was some of you might have seen in the transactions that like I was making some transactions for Rich. His laptop, for whatever reason, it's issued by Cornell, but the password seems to have been locked out. He can't get into his laptop, so I've been having to like make roster moves for him and add and drop players when necessary. Like this week, both of his tight ends have a bye week, so I had to pick up a third tight end for him and start them. So the last few weeks I've been managing his team that way, to my own detriment. So I'm actually playing him this week, and I went in and made a couple roster moves for him, even though it's probably going to make sure that I lose. So just want to let everyone know that there's no funny business going on there. That's exactly why I'm doing that. Also, I want to give a quick standings update. So for the first time in a while, we don't have anyone clearly like running away with the race whatsoever. So in the Lambeau Leap division, which is the Curtis clan, we have the Old Man Brain Trust is 8-4. I'm 7-5. Rich is 5-7, and Lori Beth is eliminated from playoff contention at 4-8. Which that is to say, I mean, there were some years where teams like wouldn't win a single game, or maybe what might have one or two. I think for the most part, everyone's been pretty competitive this year. The Bills Mafia division is the one with Eric, John Coveney, Matt, and Zach. So Eric is 8-4, which some years he's undefeated by this point. So glad to see he's lost 4 games this year. Matt is only a game behind at 7-5. John Coveney's at 6-6, and Zach again is eliminated from playoff contention at this point at 3-9. The Terrible Towel division, which is the Feeney clan plus Josh is 7-5. Devin is 6-6. Liam is 6-6, and Bob Feeney in his first overall season is 5-7, which is respectable. So that gives us a playoff bracket. If it ended today without the games being played today or next week, the Respect Your Elders would be the number 1 overall seed. And this is the way the playoff works, is that the winner of each division makes the playoffs, and then 3 more teams get in the playoffs. There's only 6 playoff teams. So Respect Your Elders, number 1, I already said that. Eric, who would be the number 2 overall seed. And let's see, Josh would be number 3. So those are the 3 division winners. And then I would have number 4. Matt would be number 5. And right now, Devin is number 6 at 6-6. But there are 2 other teams, so 3 total, that are 6-6. And if Rich wins today and there's some losses, same thing with Bob Feeney, we could have potentially 5 teams tied for that last playoff spot. And if I lose, I might also be tied with other teams as well. So a lot to take in there. And then everyone else, basically seeds 8 through 12, would make a consolation bracket, and they kind of duke it out to, see where they finish at the end of the season. So this is the second last week of the regular season, week 16. I'm sorry, I'm looking at week 16 on this thing. Week 13 is the last week, which everyone plays their quote unquote rival. So I love doing it that way. You play them in the first week and the last week. It adds a lot of, I think, spice to the season. So let's take a look right now. Week 14. This week is week 13. Week 14, which is next week, is the final week of the season. We've also moved up the schedule, just as a reminder. I think everyone knows this by this point, but there are 18 weeks to the NFL season, just because there's a lot of benches and team sitting players at the very end of the season. We end the season on week 17, not week 18. So that means the playoffs are played week 15, 16, and 17, and we will go from there. That's honestly pretty much it. Just a reminder, it's actually a little bit too late. to get your lineups in, but get your lineups in for next week. And good luck to everyone. Hopefully, everyone makes the playoffs that has a chance to. And yeah, we'll go from there. Thanks again.